What is going on with all of my YouTube subscribers, listeners, downloaders, whatever the case may be? I am D Venom. Thank you guys for joining me here in regard to addiction, relapse, and recovery. Any amount of positive energy shown on this particular platform is always welcome. Anyway, you guys, with all of that being said, I'm here to update you all in regard to the last piece of content that I uploaded for you guys. And in that content, I stated that I would soon be done taking those injections in order to cure this syphilis. Anyway, in my hands, I have some paperwork, a sure reminder of what happened that particular day that I caught syphilis. Now, I'm not sure exactly when I went for the blood work that indicated that I had syphilis in my system, but it says here that the order date was January 29th of 2025, January 29th of 2025. I do know that this particular paperwork is my intake number for the Maricopa County Public Health Department. And I was intake number 1645, number 140, I-47, if I'm not mistaken. This was February 3rd, 2025. So I'm gonna say about a couple of days, maybe a week or so prior, I had my blood work done at my primary doctor's office, which indicated that I had the syphilis, pretty much floating through my system. And from there, I had to go to the Maricopa County Public Health Department to seek further assistance. There, I was prescribed the, hold on one second, doxycycline hyclate. I think that's how it's pronounced, but doxycycline hyclate, 100 milligram. And that didn't work. I was on the pills for about 3 weeks. I had to take them in the morning and at night. I thought that it would be sufficient in regard to killing the syphilis, and it did not work. When I went to my primary doctor's office to further talk about the pills and whatever the case may be, come to find out the syphilis still, pretty much remained in my system. And that's when I pretty much had to go through the 6 series of penicillin injections in order to cure the syphilis. Now, I got done with those injections sometime last week. I went to my primary doctor's office. I received the 5th and 6th injections, the final injections in each buttock, and everything went fine. I had no side effects or anything like that, no irritation. I didn't need water or anything. I wasn't hyperventilating. Everything went great. A week from now, or let me rephrase, a week from those particular injections, I'm supposed to return to my primary doctor's office to have my blood drawn. This will indicate whether or not the 6 series of injections did their job. If the titer count is still elevated, that means that the syphilis still remains in my system, and I'm more than likely I'm gonna have to continue on taking those series of injections in regard to the penicillin. If the titer count is not elevated and is low, that means that the 6 series of penicillin injections did their job, and I'm syphilis free, and I can move on with life without having to take injections, pills, or anything like that. So let's pray, you guys, that the next time I go to my primary doctor's office in order to have my blood drawn, that the syphilis is gone, that those 6 series of injections have done their job, and I'm syphilis free. I could have been syphilis free a long time ago on the 3rd when I went to the Maricopa County Public Health Department. They offered to give me the injections there. I forgot. I think it was 6 series of injections, maybe 2. I'm not sure. Either way, I was offered the injections there, and I declined it because I was thinking about what I went through in Las Vegas when I caught syphilis. And it was not a enjoyable experience when I received, I think it was 1 injection. It was very painful. I was on my side, and I did not like that experience at all. So I opted in for the pills, and apparently the pills did not work, and that's when I had to receive those injections. Either way it goes, I'm done with the series of injections, and like I said, I will go get my blood drawn and go from there. So pray for me, you guys, that the syphilis is gone and I can move on with life without having to worry about it. Now, relapse is another story. I have relapsed, unfortunately, and let me put this away, you guys. And let me pull out this particular medication that I'm on. 1 second. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, I have relapsed. I know last week, I'm going to say, I'm not sure when I first began to relapse all over again. I'm not sure if it was that Monday, that Tuesday. I do know that Wednesday, Thursday, I did methamphetamine. I did pick up a scallywag along the way. And, I did methamphetamine with them. And Friday, I continued on to relapse. The pipe that I was using, it had cracked along the way. So eventually it was going to end up breaking, and it broke while I was with the scallywag. What day, I can't remember. I'm not sure if it was a Wednesday or a Thursday. I do know that businesses were operable, which meant it was a work day. And myself and the scallywag, we was parking in all type of businesses and the parking lot of businesses. And we were taking care of business, smoking methamphetamine, and I was playing with they dick and whatever. Child, anyway, I do know that my psychiatrist prescribed me a particular medication, which is more prone to individuals that are dealing with opioid addiction. I think it's to curb the withdrawals of opioid and the cravings of opioid. Anyway, from what I was reading. It has been sufficient in regard to helping individuals who have methamphetamine cravings. And my psychiatrist felt the need to prescribe this to me. Now, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's naltrexone or naltrexone or something like that. But NALTREXONE is the name of the medication. And my psychiatrist has me starting at 50 milligram. I started this medication last Saturday. I remember that I was pretty much sleeping all my days away. And I had relapsed, like I told you guys. And that Saturday, the prescription was waiting for me at my local CVS. And I did a video for you guys, and I'm not sure if I uploaded that content or not, but I do know that after I got done with that particular content, I went to my local CVS and I picked up the medication, and I could not wait to start it. I do know that my psychiatrist was supposed to have gave me blood work. 1 second, you guys. I do know that my psychiatrist was supposed to have gave me blood work before starting me on this particular medication to see if there was methamphetamine in my system, I guess to check my blood levels and whatever else the case may be. But she, meaning my psychiatrist, started me on the medication anyway without checking my blood levels. And that was a blessing in disguise, because after those relapses, I was ready to start something in regard to blocking my cravings with this damn addiction. So anyway, I picked up the medication. It was earlier. It was the earlier part of the day, and I started it. And I remember I slept Saturday and Sunday away, pretty much. Monday I slept that whole day away. Tuesday, I got up and I got active because I had some things that I needed to, I had some things that I needed to take care of. I ended up relapsing that day because I had a little bit of methamphetamine left. Remember, the pipe that I was using broke during that during the relapses that I told you guys about while I was with the scallywag. So I didn't have anything to smoke the methamphetamine with except some aluminum foil. I tried smoking the remaining methamphetamine that I had with the aluminum foil and a straw, and the shit was just totally disgusting. So I ended up trashing the aluminum foil, the straw, and the methamphetamine, and pretty much I have been clean ever since then. Had I not relapsed, I would have been about 4 or 5 days clean, if I'm not mistaken. But I ended up relapsing because I was so sick and tired of being tired. So I ended up, doing that little bit of meth that I had. And that pretty much broke my walk with sobriety. But anyway, let me see. Tuesday, I ended up relapsing. Wednesday, I didn't do anything. Today is Thursday. So yeah, 2 days clean. But we have to start from somewhere. Now, this medication, I can't say has been effective considering I just started sometime last week. So it's going to take probably a little while longer for the medication to do its job and, block the cravings of methamphetamine and whatever else it does. But if it's effective for me, I will definitely let you guys know, especially my people that are dealing with methamphetamine addiction. If it keeps me away from the drug, I'm pretty sure it will be beneficial for you guys and keep you away from the drug as well. So I want to help you guys as much as I possibly can with my walk, with sobriety and, anything that my psychiatrist recommends for me. I'm going to put out there for you guys in hopes that it will help you all. Now, I know that this particular medication cannot do its job on its own. I'm going to have to put in even more effort for the medication to work properly. So that means I'm going to have to start counseling somewhere in the picture. And my therapist in our last session offered me group therapy, but I kind of turned it down because I want to be a little selfish and worry about my own self and not worry about other people and what they're going through. But on the same token, I think I need to just dive into it in regard to the therapy aspect of it all so that I have a support system in the event that, the pills aren't doing their job and I start to craving and, I want to use. I can lean on people who have or who are walking my same walk and get some comfort along the way and steer me the other way in regard to relapsing or whatever else the case may be. And my peer support specialist certificate, I honestly feel like I'm not going to be able to jump into that field until I have taken care of my own personal needs. I need to get through therapy and, I need to seek counseling and a lot of, I just need to, there's a lot of things that I need to take care of spiritually before I can even fully be in my walk with my spiritual path, if that makes sense to any of you guys. Source is not going to put me in this field and me be all over the place. I must take care of me before I can take care of others. So I have to go through certain things before I can, start to fully be of service to people that are struggling with addiction. So my peer support specialist certificate probably won't be used for a minute, you guys, but I can't wait until I'm able to be in a position where I am in my fully in my spiritual walk, saving people. Now, not only saving my own self, but saving others and getting paid for it. But getting paid for it is not the, that's not important. The main thing is doing something that I love, and that is being of service to source, and being of service to myself. But anyway, you guys, I'm not going to keep on rambling. I just wanted to reach out to you all and let you guys know that I completed those series of damn injections so I don't have to worry about getting poked with penicillin in each buttock. That is over and done with. Let's pray upon the blood work, and let's hope that the titer count is, low and not high. I did relapse, like I told you guys, but we have a preventative measure in the form of the medication that I just told you guys about. So let's pray that this particular medication does its job and keep me from craving methamphetamine. I'll keep you guys updated and go from there. Aside from that, I'm 2 days clean. I'm happy, and what more could I ask for? So we have to start from somewhere, you guys that are struggling with addiction. So ask your primary doctor or your doctor about this particular medication that I told you guys about not that long ago, and I will tell you, I will spell it out for you guys one more time before I leave. It's NALTREXONE. Ask your primary doctor about this, or your doctor in general, or your psychiatrist. Ask them about this particular medication in regard to in regard to curbing your cravings against methamphetamine and opioids in general. All right, you guys, I'm D Venom. Thank you guys for embracing my platform with your energies, and namaste.